Hi again. uh, Tomorrow when I'm painting, I'll probably just start a video. It'll probably be sped up somewhat with painting, but I wanted to point out a couple of things tonight. My idea originally was that this would be a nocturne, and that's fine, but I had to let that go because I felt more importantly, I wanted a painting that would have some color and some interest, and I wanted an attractive article. If I stick too much of, oh no, it has to be a night scene, well, okay, it would be a great failure as a night scene because it wasn't going in that direction, or it can be a very good success as not a night scene. Anyway, that's sort of the route I've picked, and I had sort of a dark area here which I liked to start with, but as the painting developed, I felt there was a bit of a hole in here. So I thought, I'm going to introduce a bit of red and a bit of orange in here. Now, when you start to put in too much color in a scene where there's only the moon giving you some light, or at night doesn't show color. It's you've lost your nocturnal idea. So no, I thought, fine, this will be a bit of light. There will be sunlight coming from, as I said, I think earlier, some light coming from behind this massive rock. And now there's color there. Now it's an evening. So that's fine with me. I actually like that. I that's part of my fun is, look, I can go this way, I can go that way. Fair enough. Now, I had this laid in. It might be my own pernickettiness, I don't know, but I find myself needing to re-establish points of reference often, certainly regarding horizon, certainly in the water. I tend to get lost more easily than some artists do. That's how I feel anyway. So I've just taken some ultramarine blue, a little yellow ochre, and a touch of white, and I took a straight edge, and I've washed this in. I'll go over it tomorrow with a knife, but I washed it in because that gives me a point of reference that I'm happy with. I've also done the same with the same color, but thinned off even more, and I've gone below these rocks. So now, I didn't want to paint these rocks without some sort of a reference as to where to end them. Now I'm more confident as to how I can build them. So I did that. That's for me, those are design aids as I work my way through the painting. And I, who never changed my mind about anything, decided, once I had these lines in, I'm thinking I would like to, instead of going to the rocks tomorrow, more than likely I'm going to paint in the water. I like the blue theme on this painting. This is a very strong band of blue, a little too equal in thickness all the way across. I'm not worried about that because I can change that later in the painting. But I really like these blues, and I'd like to repeat them here. So, it's very plausible that the entire band of water can be varying types of blue. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reflect light from the sky, so I'll change the hues. Well, and the values a little bit in the water. But I'm not going to worry about reflecting these colors in the water much at all, maybe not at all. I'm also not going to have to worry about the rocks. The structure of the rock I'm happy with. I know it's going to be toned down. The painting is not about this rocky bluff. It's a mass that has to remain interesting. but should not attract too much attention. The focal area really is in this area. So I'm not going to worry about reflecting the color of these rocks or of this little cliff or bluff in the water either. So I feel confident enough that I can go ahead and paint the water tomorrow and lay in highlights, mostly from the light of the sky, in bands to touch the top of wave crests. And if need be, the final strokes can be just hints of color from here or from here. May not happen at all. Not worried about it. You know, it's worked before. I'm sure it can work again. Anyway, so, you know, contrary to my last video, I'm probably not going to go into the rocks. More than likely, I'm just going to go into the water. I just wanted to talk about that for a bit because likely, as I say, when I start tomorrow, I'll just start the camera and won't blither on too much. Okay, anyway, good night. Unless, of course, I don't publish this till tomorrow, in which case, good morning.